On the evening of September 27, 2025, the peaceful town of Hays, Kansas, was forever changed by a heartbreaking tragedy. What began as an ordinary night quickly turned into one that would be remembered for years to come. The close-knit community, known for its quiet streets and friendly neighbors, was suddenly thrust into the national spotlight. During what was expected to be a routine call, a dedicated police officer lost their life in the line of duty. The incident unfolded swiftly, catching everyone off guard and leaving a deep sense of loss in its wake. The familiar streets, usually filled with the sounds of laughter and everyday life, became the backdrop for a violent confrontation. Shock and disbelief rippled through the town as news spread, and families gathered to comfort one another, struggling to comprehend the sudden loss. The Hays Police Department, a small but dedicated force, now faces the painful reality of losing one of their own. The fallen officer was not just a colleague but a friend, a mentor, and a protector to many in the community. In the days that followed, residents and officers alike came together, united in their grief. Vigils were held, flowers and heartfelt messages were left at the police station, and stories of the officers' kindness and bravery were shared by those who knew them best. As Hays comes to terms with this devastating loss, the community stands together, drawing strength from one another. The memory of the fallen officer's dedication, courage, and selfless service will live on, inspiring hope and unity in the face of tragedy. It began late Saturday night, a time when most people were winding down from their day, preparing for a quiet evening at home. The tranquility was shattered with a call reporting a domestic disturbance on Downing Street. The dispatcher, trained to handle emergencies, quickly relayed the information to the nearest patrol unit. A Hays police officer responded promptly, hoping to de-escalate the situation before it could escalate further. The officer approached the house cautiously, aware of the potential dangers that lay ahead. Upon arrival, the encounter turned violent in seconds. The suspect opened fire without warning, critically wounding the officer. The scene descended into chaos as backup units arrived and tried to secure the area. Emergency crews rushed the officer to the hospital, their sirens piercing the night. Despite their best efforts and the urgency of their actions, the officer did not survive the grievous injuries. The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene, a tragic end to a night of violence. The coroner arrived to confirm the deaths, and the area was cordoned off for further investigation. Law enforcement quickly secured the area, ensuring there was no further threat to the public. The street, once peaceful, was now a scene of sorrow and disbelief. The community was left reeling from the sudden, senseless loss of one of its protectors. A candlelight vigil was held outside the police station, where mournful residents gathered to pay their respects and support one another in this time of grief. Domestic violence calls are among the most unpredictable and dangerous situations that police officers face in their line of duty. Unlike other emergencies, these calls often involve heightened emotions, personal relationships, and a volatile environment that can change in an instant. Officers responding to these incidents must be prepared for anything, as the dynamics inside a home can shift rapidly, making it difficult to anticipate what will happen next. Officers enter these volatile environments with very little information, often relying only on brief dispatch notes or frantic 911 calls. They may not know how many people are inside, whether weapons are present, or the true nature of the conflict. Every step inside the home is a step into the unknown, where threats can emerge suddenly and emotions can escalate without warning. Even with extensive training and experience, these situations can spiral out of control in seconds. Officers must make split-second decisions to protect themselves, the victims, and even the suspects. The stress and uncertainty are immense, and the risk of harm is ever present for everyone involved. The presence of weapons, alcohol, or drugs can make these calls even more perilous. Substance abuse can fuel aggression and cloud judgment, increasing the likelihood of violence. Officers must remain vigilant, scanning for hidden dangers while trying to de-escalate the situation and keep everyone safe. The tragedy in Hays is a sobering reminder of the courage and sacrifice required to answer such calls. Officers know the risks every time they respond, yet they do so out of a commitment to protect their communities, even when it means putting their own lives on the line. Every officer who responds to a domestic violence call does so with the hope of restoring peace and safety to those in crisis. They carry the weight of responsibility, always aware of the dangers they face, but driven by a deep sense of duty to help others in their most vulnerable moments. After the shooting, law enforcement secured the scene and began a thorough investigation. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation took over, ensuring an impartial review of the incident. Agents are reconstructing the timeline, analyzing evidence, and interviewing witnesses. The officer's name has not been released, allowing the family privacy as they grieve. Authorities have asked for patience as the investigation continues, promising transparency. The focus remains on supporting the officer's family and the Hays Police Department during this difficult time. Hays is united in mourning, honoring the fallen officer as a neighbor and protector. Blue ribbons and lowered flags show the city's respect and shared grief. Support has poured in from across Kansas and beyond, reminding officers they are not alone. Memorials and vigils will help the community heal and pay tribute to the officer's sacrifice. The loss is deeply felt, a family, a department, and a city forever changed. As Hays moves forward, the memory of the fallen officer will remain a lasting part of its story.